far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.
I stood in the window this morning, watching the dark ash cloud go by. The cloud suddenly lightened and parted, and something caught my eye. To my amazement, for a moment, I caught an image of the Lord. I felt so weak and trembling, I slowly leaned on my cutting board. His clothes were filmy and flowing, his hair was white and long. He stood in command of his people and looked so incredibly strong. What have I seen here this morning? How can I tell anyone? Have I seen the Lord in this image, or have I seen his Son? I'm not a religious person who needs a sermon every week, but I live a life of love for family and listen should he speak. Why have I been chosen for this image when he didn't even speak? I hold this secret in my heart and feel unusually weak. What worldly plan does he have for me? Would it help to get down on my knee? Should I pray for his forgiveness and maybe he'd set my mind free? What message is he trying to give me? Is it something that affects the earth? Or has this major plan been written for me since my original birth? I always have felt very different and stood far away from a crowd. When asked why I didn't join in the group, I'd reply, my mind's up in a cloud. Is this what he's trying to tell me? Look up and he'll try to explain that the many world wars spreading have caused him incredible pain. Is the Lord giving us warning when near us a mountain explodes, while the shaking and rolling of St. Helens gives us shivers right down to our toes? Does he have to cause more destruction before we can understand his plan? Is he only trying to warn us of the danger to his creation of man? Should we stop and heed his warning before he decides it's too late? Can we try to solve our problems as the world sinks farther in hate? Or has man gotten so worldly that he thinks only of himself, while the book with the 10 Commandments sits dusty on the shelf? While our moral standards are fading, many families are shattered by divorce. Let's all stop and think what we're doing and try to change our course. The Lord's image is given so freely in each and every birth, but I think we have forgotten and judge our fellow man only by monetary worth. We ridicule man for his skin's color and make him feel different from everyone. But how do we know the Lord hasn't given us an image of his Son? Let's put our lives in perspective and think over all our mistakes before the Lord loses his patience and sends us a great earthquake. I've never been a non-believer, but seek proof of his Son in my mind. But maybe this is part of his message, to read everything I can find.
To the old rugged cross I will ever be true. Its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.